Hi, welcome to Inside Expekt. This Saturday at lunchtime, Chelsea versus Arsenal. Jonathan, what do you think about this game?
Well, I think it'll be a very, very good London derby, Liana, at Stamford Bridge, and the 1x2 odds are Chelsea 160, the draw 365 and Arsenal 585, and it's third against seventh. I was a bit surprised last week, Chelsea at Queen's Park Rangers. I think they genuinely went there and underestimated their West London neighbours. They were really out of sorts there. Arsenal, no away wins in the league, 4 attempts so far, no away wins. So they're going to Stamford Bridge in not the best of health, really. And certainly recent head-to-heads between these two teams, big advantage to Chelsea. They've won 5 of the last 6. And Arsenal haven't won 1 in 6. So there's everything here to suggest a home win for Chelsea. I have to say 160, not for me personally the most attractive of odds. The last 2 meetings at Stamford Bridge, Chelsea won them both 2-0, and in February 2010 they traded at 175. Back in October of last year they traded at 167, and they're now down to 160. And that's not because Chelsea have improved. I don't think they have. They've gone sideways, but it's definitely the fact that Arsenal have, unfortunately, a very leaky defence. They've got more holes in that defence than a lump of Swiss cheese. And in fact, the goal market is the one that would interest me here. Again, the over 2.5 price, it's good, but it sort of reflects the fact that both these score and concede goals. In the current season, 72% of the games involving Chelsea and Arsenal have been over 2.5 goals. Chelsea's 4 home games this season have produced 16 goals. Arsenal's 4 away games this season have produced 20 goals. Obviously, quite a few of those happened at Old Trafford in that calamity that they suffered. And you look at the players on the pitch here, the potential players on the pitch for Chelsea: Torres, Sturridge, Lampard, Anelka, Mata. For Arsenal, slightly more worrying for them. Vermaelen picked up an injury in the week, but Robin van Persie, they completely rely on him. 7 goals from 9 matches, and if he doesn't score, you do wonder who will. I still think there will be goals here, but the price for the over 2.5 slightly puts me off. I'm actually going to go with my bet for this game, Liana, on Arsenal +1 on the handicap at 225. I do think this will be a tight game, and I think Arsenal, I wouldn't underestimate Arsenal, and I'm not absolutely convinced about this Chelsea team. So the bet for me here is Arsenal +1 on the handicap at 225.
So what are the big odds for this derby?
Well, as I say, Chelsea 160. I wouldn't put people off it, but I would be looking for a little bit more than that. If the price was to touch 170 before kick-off, I would personally be very interested, but I don't think that will happen because there's no reason why the Arsenal price would come in. I would actually go across London for my best bet this weekend and to my beloved Upton Park, where I think West Ham are playing Leicester in the Championship, and this really does look like a fantastic game. West Ham had a sort of gutsy away win in the week against Brighton, and of course Leicester City have done a very clever thing and sacked their manager, so they're probably going to travel to Upton Park without a manager on Saturday. What's so amazing here is just the weight of expectation on Leicester City. In spite of the fact that they're mid-table, they still remain third favourites to be promoted from the Championship this year, which really surprises me. West Ham are now favourites for promotion, doesn't surprise anyone. But I do think West Ham are capable of beating Leicester given the circumstances, and the price is 185 this weekend. So I think that's one of my best bets for the weekend.
Jonathan, thank you very much for all this information about these 2 games. Thank you for watching, good luck, and see you next week.